Jim Walsh from 34 Main Street, Wilkes Barre. I ask that you refrain any remarks till I conclude, okay? And I don't think you're going to enjoy what I have to say. Some questions need to be answered forthrightly as to why the flags were not attached to the poles on River Street and Wilkes Barre Boulevard for Veterans Day. There was enough time for those to be placed, and the authorization from PennDOT approved several weeks ago. I've been attending council meetings the last 7 or 8 months, seeking the placement of our nation's flag throughout the city. The first excuse was lack of funds. A flag fund committee was formed, and the necessary funds for the purchase of the flags was realized. The only approval by this council was to place the flags. First, the Market Street Bridge, the hurdle was accomplished. Then after more prodding, delays, the flags were placed around the square and East and West Market Streets in a such shoddy manner as were the ones on the bridge. Then I had to battle to have them placed on River Street and Wilkes Barre Boulevard. Now this has not been done. With the exception of approval to place the flags after the funds were realized, this council has over the months not offered any encouragement whatsoever. Some of you have not spoken one word in all of this time. Why? You have no comments about the flag? The most certain words I hear at every meeting is, Mr. Walsh, your time is up. You people just go through the motions of these meetings with almost little or no input. You refuse to answer questions when the mayor or Drew McLaughlin are asking questions. They don't display the courtesy of standing up and speak so they can be heard and understood. They sit in the back where they are not visible and tinker with their cell phones. They display little or no interest as to what's being said. It's an attitude of indifference and can't wait to get out of here. You hear the rap of the gavel and all of you scoot out. To me personally, these meetings are a sham and disgraceful. It's the people be damned. I've had a belly full of it. The leadership from Washington to our small communities are getting worse with every passing year. God help us. One more thing before I conclude. I wish when you speak loud enough so that we can hear you. My hearing's not the best, but it's not the worst either. You talk with a low tone, you talk to each other, and not to the people who are here to hear what you have to say. You don't respond openly and audibly.
This Sunday is the Veterans Day Parade,
Yes.
correct? 2 o'clock starts. I'm glad you brought that up. We'll remind everyone about it. There will be flags prominently displayed. We don't have them on every pole and up and down the boulevards as much as we would like to. I would agree with you there. The only thing I'd like to mention is we do appreciate your efforts. We do as much as
I have not heard that expressed here at all.
Well, we do. And
Well, then express it.
there are others here besides you and I that are veterans as well and fly our own flag and have all the respect for the flag. And I know that we can do more. We can always do more. But we have the utmost respect for the flag and the country as you do. And many of us have served, and many of us are serving now in the city of Wilkes Barre. I'm hoping that we have a great turnout for Sunday's parade. I'm sure we'll see you there. I'm hoping we have great weather. Just like to remind everyone about that. And I'm hoping that everybody in the city of Wilkes Barre does fly their flag on Veterans Day, at least on Sunday, and of course Monday being the actual Veterans Day. Your efforts are appreciated. We would like to do as much as we can, and we will see flags prominently displayed along the parade route, I'm sure. But we're just asking that all the residents in Wilkes Barre participate.
I never see
And
that.
come out for the parade.
I never see that in the newspaper. I never see any of that.
Well, we don't run the newspaper, but
No, but you can issue a formal
But
request.
we salute you and all the veterans, and we appreciate all of your efforts, and we understand that you're very passionate about that, and that's certainly something that should be recognized.
Then why don't you cooperate? Why don't you put forth the efforts you're talking about?
Well, we.
Words are one thing,
We'll see.
action is what shows up.
Well, action will be Sunday at 2 o'clock, and we'll salute you at the parade there, and hopefully we'll see a lot of.
Yeah, but why not beforehand, in preparation? Why not the flags as we had requested? First you didn't have the money, then we got the money, then you dragged your feet.
We're getting better.
No, you're not getting better, you're getting worse.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Anyone else?
Wait a second. Drew, why weren't the flags put up on River Street? Would you please answer that? Would you stand up so I can hear what you're
And then we're
saying?
going.
Mr. Walsh, I spoke with Butch.
No, please stand up so I can hear you.
Sure.
Be respectful.
I am very respectful of you and your service, sir, as well as everybody else who served our country, including some of the people on the council. I spoke with Butch Friday, the day after you provided that letter from the last council meeting. I spoke with Butch about that letter. The conditional approval in PennDOT put the onus on us for liability, just as we did with the Market Street Bridge, as well as the flags that are in and around the downtown around Public Square. We need to do independent analysis of the poles to make sure that they can handle the stress of putting a flag on those poles. Otherwise, PennDOT won't sign off on the liability. So once we get that done, we will look at putting the flags on additional poles throughout the city. That's your answer, sir.
But why is it taking so long?
Mr. Walsh, we can debate this all night long.
No, we can't. We've been going this through.
Our time is up on this particular subject. We cannot be going back and forth. all
That's
day.
what you're very good at. Your time was up.
Thank you. We'll see you on Sunday.
But this has been going on for months and you've been dragging your feet. Don't talk about your patriotism when you're not expressing it physically.
I express it. Thank you, sir.
It's one thing for words and another thing is action.
All right.
I've had about a